Hi everyone, we're going to learn how to draw a really cool medieval sword, and to start off, we're going to start with some shapes. So right below the bottom, we're going to do kind of like a really light rectangular shape. Don't do it too long, but do it long enough to be kind of like a hilt with a handle. So once you get about that long, you want to also do like a diamond shape at the bottom. Once you're done with that, you want to, for the end of the hilt, you want to do kind of like a horn shape. So be careful how you do it. Just kind of like curve and curve back down. Curve, curve, back down. You got something like that. I went a little long on this side, so I can shorten that up. Curve and then down. So once you have that, I also like to put on the hilt some design. So I kind of like want to do some curved rectangles. So you want to do like a curved line like that, sort of to make it look like it wraps around the sword, and then right below that, another one. And once you do that, you want to connect them with a line so it looks like it's part of the same thing. And then right below that, you want to do another, but not right on top of it. You want to make sure that they're a little far apart. And then kind of do another line. There you go, see? And it's kind of coming in, it's kind of like a design. Kind of darken in this part and be sure that you make sure everything is connected, so it's not just like one separate piece. So now for the sword blade, we're going to do some lines right here, and I am going to do some just like roughly straight lines. You can use a ruler if you want, but I'm just going to try to do some straight lines, and just kind of go, and if you want to do it the way I do, just kind of go a little bit by a little bit. Go about there. On the other side, remember, just go a little bit by a little bit, and make sure not to go too dark. This pencil has kind of a dark lead, so be sure you can go light enough that you can erase. And make sure you don't want to widen your thing while you're going up. You want to keep it thin. And once you're at the top, do kind of like a triangle shape for the tip. And I kind of realized I went a little wide there, so I can shorten that. Just want to kind of like that. See, there you go, you got that. And now we're going to go below to these horn shapes. Kind of curve them out. Once you do, you want to draw another line, then a line there. And you want to make sure that these lines are inside these curves, because we want to make sure that these curves overlap. And then once you got that, do the diamond shape. Like that. Just kind of want to darken some stuff in. And also for the sword, we're going to do kind of like two lines there for the triangle, and then some lines that kind of angle down. They slowly go down. Once you reach the edge, you want to just kind of follow that edge. But you don't want to connect them. Maybe draw another like line down. Okay, once you got that, you want to darken in the blade. So the blade, or just kind of go roughly, and then go down little bit by little bit. Go just a small bit at a time. Okay? Just try to keep your line as straight as you can and try to make it connected. So now we're going to shade it a bit. You can see that I've already started the shading here. On that side, you want to go lighter. Then you want to go really light. Just kind of like, then on this side, darken it in. Go lighter. And you want to go really light. On the triangle or diamond at the bottom, you want to go just kind of like lines like this. And do it like that. And you also want to do it somewhat lighter there. And give it a bit of a reflection, look like light shining off of it. For the horn shapes, we're going to kind of just do some light shading, not very thick on this part, but on this part we're going to do pretty thick, because like we're going to imagine that the that like the light is shining off the hilt and is giving this more of a deeper shadow. I'm gonna kind of like shade it in like that. And then once you got that, I'm gonna kind of overlap it like that and give it just a bit of shading on the hilt itself. On the hilt also on this side, you want to do it just a small bit of shading. And then in the middle, you want to just kind of do some lines. That, and make sure that both sides are different shades, that they're darker shades than in the center. And on the triangle, I'm going to just shade a little more. There, and we've got that. So now, for the rest of this, we're going to kind of shade a little light in that, and then for the rest of this, we're going to shade light. And now for the blade, we're going to just take this and kind of shade down, like at the very top, and then shade down that line. Remember, just go nice and easy, go straight, little bit by little bit. That's why we drew these lines here, to kind of mark out our shading. It's thinner as it reaches the bottom. Mark it all. Be sure not to leave anything out. And then on this side, you're going to go lighter, just kind of like a line. But you know, with that, you're going to want to kind of like erase these lines inside the sword. Try to get them as much as you can. Once you got that, you kind of got like a plain sword, so we're going to kind of darken in the blade. We're going to want to do like a triangle, sort of like at the top, and then work our way down with it. Follow the line nice and easy. Now don't go all the way down here, because here we're going to put a little bit of like a triangle there, and then more of one, kind of like a diamond shape again, like there. Just got that. You want to kind of shade it in, and then you want to shade that part in. Lighter and lighter and lighter. There you go. And now we're going to want to kind of top it all off with some very light shading here in the center that we just drew. You don't want to darken in this piece in, because it's kind of just going to shine out. Once you got that, you want to kind of just like make sure everything's going to touch, so you can kind of darken this piece in a small bit. Don't go crazy. Don't go as dark as the outer rim. And just kind of shade it all in and darken in everything else. Make sure it's good and dark. Darken it all in. Okay, and you've got kind of like you've got a really good start here. Now we're going to start blending. So you want to just run your finger down and blend in the blade. See how it kind of makes it look more like shiny. And on this, you want to kind of blend each of these little sections that we did individually. And then on this, we want to blend together. Blend in that triangle and this diamond at the bottom. And then, just for a fun thing, we can just do kind of like a rough shading near the bottom of the hilt. Like something around it. You want to go at another angle. And I'm going to go there. There's something that kind of like looks like light is reflecting off. And you can do it on the blade. Be sure to go nice and slow on this, and don't get too wide, because the farther you go up, the more your brain wants it to go like longer, and stuff, so just kind of keep it at the medium. So that's why you gotta go slow. Don't try to rush through this. Once you get to the tip, you curve on like that. Then, just do a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, the shading on this side. Try not to go inside the blade. You can see my fingers dirty from shading, so just be sure of that. You can wash your hands afterwards. Kind of see it, yep. And then you just kind of want to blend in that part. That outer shading. That. Okay, there we go. And all you have to do now is sign your name. There you go. See you next time.